ATF may have pulled its ban on AR-15 ammunition for now, but you can be sure gun owners and supporters of the Second Amendment are keeping up the pressure because they're no fools. They can see through President Obama's rhetoric and know all too well that he's determined to impose his gun control agenda on law-abiding citizens. They also know we're in for a long fight. Proof of that, some Democrats in Congress are now pushing a bill that would ban all centerfire and some rimfire rifle ammunition. As Mike Zarlinga with the law firm of Arsenal Attorneys told me, the threat to ban this ammunition is just a test case. If the ATF and Obama can ban the AR-15 ammo, watch out. They'll go after every cartridge they can. Take a look.
This seems to be an area where everyone should agree that if there are armor-piercing bullets available that can fit into easily concealed weapons, that it puts our law enforcement at considerably more risk.
They're claiming this is armor-piercing, but M855 ammo does not even meet the definition of armor-piercing ammunition. I've never seen an administration that's so bent on accomplishing their agenda that they're literally looking at a scorched earth policy. To me, they're lying to the public about this whole thing.
This is a solution not to a problem, it's a solution to Barack Obama's gun control problem.
We should restore the ban on military-style assault weapons.
Couldn't get it through Congress, so he's going to go backdoor.
Can't ban the gun, he'll ban the ammo, and I believe this is his attempt to start that process.
This is definitely a test case. The M855 ammunition has been around forever. If they can ban the most popular round for the most popular sporting rifle, then that gives the ATF the power to ban any cartridge they want. It's a common litigation tactic.
I do believe that this is a trial to see if they get through with this 5.56 ban or the XM855 ban. The next is going to be all 5.56 rounds, and then all 2.23 rounds, and then all semi-auto loading rifle rounds. It just opens the door for more other useless bans.
This is a president that he's grasping for straws. He hates the Second Amendment. He can't win in the Congress. And now he's trying to act like a dictator and planning on forcing this ban, ammo ban, on the American public by executive regulation.
I've got a pen and I've got a phone. And I can use that pen to sign executive orders.
I call it a power grab. The M855 ammunition has been held by the ATF to hold a sporting purpose for the last 30 years. It doesn't make any sense that this ammo is all of a sudden a threat.
Obama claims this is all in the name of safety for the police officer.
Well, I think that's very disingenuous. The national police groups say banning this ammunition will do absolutely nothing. And AR-15s are just not a rifle or a firearm that they have to deal with on a regular basis, let alone had one used in a crime. The numbers do not back up that criminals use this ammo.
The reason it's not necessary is not one police officer has died as a result of a vest penetration from one of these rounds being fired from a handgun in the last 30 years since ATF exempted this ammo.
So the whole aura that they've tried to put around this AR-15 handgun and this ammunition is a big smokescreen.
But do you think that's what prompted it, that, you know, you have an AR-15 pistol that now uses this ammo?
Oh, that's definitely what prompted it. The AR-15 pistol that they're talking about, the ATF couches it in terms of it's easily concealable, which is a lie. It's not the same as a standard handgun.
And again, you look at this ammunition, what the ATF is trying to do is reclassify this green tip ammo.
Yes, the ATF is trying to reclassify it from a sporting purpose to a non-sporting purpose.
You said it doesn't meet any of the criteria.
The biggest criteria is that the core has to be exclusively made out of something other than lead. So in other words, if it's 50% lead and 50% steel, it doesn't meet the definition of armor piercing, and that's the problem that the ATF has, is M855 ammo has a partially lead core. It's not armor piercing ammunition. And now you have an administration and a regulatory body who are trying to ignore the law and do what they want, totally ignoring the will of the people.
What has been the reaction from customers?
It's been a huge uptick in sales. Everyone's calling, trying to find not only the XM855, but all 5.56 rounds because their assumption is that the ban is going to go through.
I mean, it's selling despite the fact the price went up too?
Originally, the green tip ammo went for around 35 to 45 cents a round. It's up to almost $1 a round, and we still can't keep it.
You have to keep in mind that this ammo, in addition to being the most popular ammunition in sporting rifles, is also the most popular ammunition for law enforcement agencies and the military still. This is basic infantry ammo, and so if the ATF bans this ammunition, there's going to be huge disruption in the industry for supplying this ammunition. And that just was astonishing to me that they had completely ignored. There was no mention of the national security implications of what they were trying to do. They don't care who this hurts. They don't care if this hurts law enforcement agencies who are also looking for this ammunition and will not be able to get it.
Even if you don't own a firearm, shouldn't you be concerned with what this administration wants to accomplish with just the stroke of a pen?
Even if you hate firearms, whatever your passion is, do you want it taken away by the federal government? And it's actions like these that set precedent to allow that to be done. And I think it's totally wrong. We're taking one more step closer to a monarchy and away from democracy.
My message to people would be to stand by their guns. If you let one thing slide, they're just going to keep happening.
We can't do much about his hatred, but we can do something about trying to dismantle the Second Amendment. We're going to work with Congress. If we have to go to the courts, we'll go to the courts. And the 5 million members of the National Rifle Association are going to fight this every step of the way.